Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's English listening practice session. My name is Sarah, and I'm here with my good friend.
Hi, I'm David. We're really happy you've joined us today.
That's right. We know that listening practice is so important when you're learning English, and we want to make this as relaxing and enjoyable as possible for you.
Exactly. Today, Sarah and I are just going to have a normal, friendly conversation. We'll talk about our lines, our plans, and things we enjoy doing. Nothing complicated or stressful.
The best way to improve your listening is to hear real conversations between friends. So just sit back, relax, and listen to how we talk to each other. Don't worry if you don't catch every single word. Just try to understand the main ideas.
And remember, learning a language takes time. Be patient with yourself. Every minute you spend listening helps you improve.
So, are you ready? Let's begin our conversation.
So, Sarah, how have you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in about 2 weeks.
I know, it's been too long. I've been really well, thank you. Just busy with the usual things, work, family, trying to keep everything organized. But I can't complain. How about you?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Actually, this past weekend was wonderful. I finally had some time to just relax and do nothing important.
Oh, that sounds perfect. What did you do?
Well, on Saturday morning, I woke up quite late, around 9 o'clock, which is unusual for me. I usually wake up at 7, even on weekends.
Really? I'm the same way. My body just wakes me up early, even when I don't need to get up.
Yes, exactly. But this Saturday, I must have been really tired because I slept in. When I finally got up, I made myself a nice big breakfast. I had scrambled eggs, toast, some fresh fruit, and of course, coffee.
That sounds delicious. I love a good breakfast on the weekend. There's something special about not rushing through your morning meal.
Absolutely. During the week, I usually just grab something quick, maybe a piece of toast or some cereal. But on weekends, I like to take my time and really enjoy breakfast.
I'm the same. On weekdays, I often don't even sit down to eat. I just eat standing up in the kitchen because I'm in such a hurry.
I understand completely. Work mornings are always so rushed. But anyway, after breakfast on Saturday, I decided to go for a walk in the park near my house. The weather was beautiful, sunny, but not too hot.
Oh, that's nice. Which park did you go to?
The one on Mill Street, do you know it? It has that lovely lake in the middle with all the ducks.
Yes, I know exactly which one you mean. I sometimes walk there with my dog. It's such a peaceful place.
It really is. I walked around the lake twice, which took me about 40 minutes. There were quite a few people there, families with children, people walking their dogs, some people jogging. Everyone seemed to be in a good mood.
That's one of the things I love about nice weather. It brings people outside and everyone seems happier.
That's so true. After my walk, I felt really refreshed and energized. So I came home and decided to do something I'd been planning for a while.
Oh, what was that?
I finally started organizing my bookshelf. I know that sounds like a boring task, but I've been wanting to do it for months.
No, I don't think that sounds boring at all. I actually find organizing quite satisfying. There's something nice about putting things in order.
Right? I thought you might understand. I have so many books, and they were just arranged randomly on the shelves. Some were lying on their sides, others were stacked in piles. It was a bit messy.
How long did it take you to organize everything?
Oh, much longer than I expected. I started around midday, and I didn't finish until almost 5 in the evening. But I took a few breaks to have lunch and rest.
5 hours? That's quite a project. But I bet it looks great now.
It does. I'm really pleased with it. I organized the books by category. So all my cookbooks are together, all my novels are together, and so on. It makes it much easier to find what I'm looking for.
That's smart. I should probably do the same with my books. Right now, they're just wherever I could fit them.
It's definitely worth doing, even though it takes time. And while I was organizing, I found some books I'd completely forgotten I had. It was like discovering treasure.
Oh, I love when that happens. Did you find anything interesting?
Yes, I found a cookbook that my aunt gave me about 3 years ago. I'd never even opened it. So I looked through it on Saturday evening, and there are some really wonderful recipes in there.
Are you planning to try any of them?
Actually, I already did. On Sunday, I tried making a vegetable soup from the cookbook. It turned out really well.
Good for you. I'm impressed. I'm not very confident in the kitchen, to be honest.
Really? I find cooking quite relaxing. It's creative, but you also get to eat what you make at the end, which is always satisfying.
That's a good point. Maybe I should try cooking more. I usually just make very simple things, pasta, sandwiches, things like that.
There's nothing wrong with simple food. But if you want to try something new, I'd recommend starting with soup. It's very forgiving. You just put vegetables in a pot with some water, add some seasoning, and let it cook.
That does sound manageable. What vegetables did you use in your soup?
I used carrots, celery, onions, tomatoes, and potatoes. Oh, and I also added some beans from a tin. The recipe suggested white beans, but I used red kidney beans because that's what I had.
And it tasted good?
It was delicious. I made a big pot, so I have enough for several meals. I put the extra portions in containers in the freezer.
That's very practical. Then you have ready-made meals when you don't feel like cooking.
Exactly. It's actually something I've been trying to do more often, cooking larger amounts and freezing portions. It saves time during the week.
That's really smart. I should learn from you. I always end up buying prepared meals from the supermarket when I'm tired, and they're expensive and not very healthy.
I used to do the same thing, but I found that if I spend a few hours on the weekend preparing food, it makes my weekday evenings much easier.
I can imagine. Maybe I'll try that this weekend. You're inspiring me.
I'm glad to hear that. Let me know if you do try making soup. I can send you the recipe if you'd like.
That would be great. Thank you. So, apart from organizing and cooking, what else did you do this weekend?
On Sunday evening, I video called my sister. She lives quite far away, about 3 hours drive, so we don't see each other in person very often, but we try to speak on video every couple of weeks.
That's nice that you stay in touch regularly. How is she doing?
She's doing well, thanks for asking. Actually, she just got a promotion at work, actually. She's really excited about it.
Oh, that's wonderful news. What does she do?
She works in marketing for a technology company. She was a marketing assistant, and now she's been promoted to marketing coordinator. It means more responsibility, but also better pay.
Good for her. She must have worked hard to earn that promotion.
She did. She's been with the company for about 2 years, and she's always putting in extra effort. I'm really proud of her.
You should be. It's not easy to move up in your career these days. There's a lot of competition.
That's true. She told me that several people applied for the position, so she feels lucky that she was chosen.
It's not just luck, though. I'm sure she was the best candidate.
You're probably right. She's very dedicated to her work. Sometimes I worry that she works too hard, actually.
In what way?
Well, she often stays late at the office and she checks her work emails even on weekends. I think it's important to have a balance between work and personal life.
I completely agree. It's easy to let work take over everything, especially if you enjoy your job or feel pressured to perform well.
Exactly. I told her that the promotion is wonderful, but she should also make sure she takes time for herself and doesn't burn out.
That's good advice. Did she seem receptive to that idea?
Yes, she agreed with me. She said she's going to try to set better boundaries. For example, she's planning to stop checking emails after 7 in the evening.
That sounds like a good plan. I think we all need to be more conscious about disconnecting from work sometimes.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, how are things going with your job? Are you still enjoying it?
Yes, I am, mostly. I've been with the company for 5 years now, and overall, I'm quite happy there. The people are nice, and the work is interesting enough.
That's good to hear. 5 years is quite a long time to stay with one company these days.
I know. A lot of people change jobs more frequently now, but I like stability, and I don't really have any major complaints.
Is there anything you would change if you could?
Hmm, that's an interesting question. If I could change one thing, it would probably be the commute. It takes me almost an hour to get to work each morning and the same to get home.
Oh, that's quite long. Do you drive or take public transport?
I take the train. It's more reliable than driving in the city traffic, but it's still tiring to spend 2 hours traveling every day.
I can imagine. That's 400 hours a year just commuting.
Is it really? I've never calculated it like that. That's a bit depressing when you put it that way.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. But have you considered asking if you could work from home some days?
Actually, we can already work from home 1 day a week. I usually work from home on Wednesdays. It makes a big difference to my week.
That's something, at least. Would they allow you to work from home more often?
Probably not regularly, but occasionally, if I have a good reason. The company believes it's important for teams to work together in person most of the time.
I understand that perspective. There are definitely benefits to being in the office with your colleagues. It's easier to communicate and collaborate.
Yes, that's true. And I do enjoy seeing my coworkers. We have a good team atmosphere. We sometimes go out for lunch together or have coffee breaks as a group.
That sounds pleasant. It makes a big difference when you like the people you work with.
It really does. I've had jobs in the past where I didn't get along with my colleagues and it made every day difficult. Now I actually look forward to seeing certain people at work.
That's how work should be. Life's too short to spend time with people who make you unhappy.
I agree completely. Anyway, enough about work. Tell me, do you have any plans for the coming weeks? Anything exciting happening?
Well, I'm actually planning a short trip next month. Nothing too far or complicated, just a weekend away.
Oh, how lovely. Where are you thinking of going?
I'm considering going to the coast. There's a small town about 2 hours from here that I've always wanted to visit. It's supposed to be very charming and peaceful.
That sounds wonderful. Is it a beach town?
Yes, it has a beautiful sandy beach and also a historic old town with narrow streets and traditional buildings. I've seen pictures and it looks really picturesque.
Are you going alone or with someone?
I haven't decided yet. Part of me wants to go alone because it would be completely relaxing and I could do whatever I want. But it might also be nice to go with a friend or family member.
Both options have advantages. Going alone means total freedom, but going with someone means having company and someone to share experiences with.
Exactly. That's why I'm still thinking about it. What would you choose?
It depends on my mood, I think. Sometimes I really value having time completely to myself, especially if life has been busy and stressful. Other times, I prefer having company because it's more fun to explore new places with someone else.
That makes sense. Maybe I'll see how I feel closer to the time. If I'm feeling like I need solitude, I'll go alone. If I want company, I'll invite someone.
That seems like a good approach. When exactly are you planning to go?
Probably the first or second weekend in December. The weather might not be perfect for swimming, but it should still be pleasant for walking and exploring.
And probably less crowded than in summer?
Exactly. That's actually one reason I prefer traveling in autumn or winter. There are fewer tourists, so everything is calmer and the prices are often lower too.
That's very sensible. Summer destinations can be so overcrowded. You spend more time waiting in queues than actually enjoying yourself.
Yes, I've had that experience before. A few years ago, I went to a popular beach resort in July, and it was absolutely packed with people. The beach was so crowded, you could hardly find a space to put your towel.
That doesn't sound relaxing at all.
It wasn't really. I mean, the weather was beautiful and the water was warm, but there were just too many people. It was hard to even hear yourself think.
I prefer quieter places too. I like being able to hear the sound of the waves or the birds, not just crowds of people talking.
Me too. That's why the small coastal town appeals to me. According to what I've read, it doesn't get too touristy even in summer, and in December it should be really peaceful.
That sounds perfect for a relaxing weekend. What kinds of things are you planning to do while you're there?
Well, I definitely want to spend time walking along the beach. There's supposed to be a lovely coastal path that goes for several kilometers with beautiful views of the ocean.
That sounds gorgeous. I love coastal walks.
I also want to explore the old town. Apparently, there are lots of little independent shops selling local crafts and products. I enjoy browsing in those kinds of shops.
Yes, they're much more interesting than chain stores. You can often find unique items that you wouldn't see anywhere else.
Exactly. And I'm also looking forward to trying the local seafood. The town is known for its fresh fish restaurants.
Oh, that's one of the best parts of visiting coastal places. The seafood is always so fresh and delicious.
Definitely. I'm particularly excited to try the local specialty, which is a kind of fish stew. Several people have recommended it in online reviews.
That sounds delicious. You're making me want to come with you.
You should. I'd love to have you join me if you're free that weekend.
Let me check my calendar and I'll let you know. It does sound really appealing. I haven't had a proper break in quite a while.
When was your last holiday?
Oh, it's been ages. I think the last time I went anywhere was in April, and that was just a day trip to visit my parents. I haven't had a real holiday since last year.
That's too long. Everyone needs regular breaks to recharge.
You're right. I keep saying I'm going to plan something, but then time passes and I never actually do it. I'm always too busy with other things.
I used to be like that too. But I've learned that if you wait for the perfect time, it will never come. You have to make time for holidays and rest, even when you're busy.
That's wise advice. I think I'm guilty of always prioritizing work and responsibilities over my own needs.
A lot of people do that, but taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. When you're rested and happy, you can do everything else better too.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to seriously consider joining you on this trip. Even if it's just 2 days, it would be good for me.
I think it would be great for you. And honestly, I'd enjoy having company. We could share a hotel room or an apartment to make it more affordable.
That's a good idea. Traveling with a friend does make things cheaper when you can split costs.
And more fun too. We could try different restaurants together, take lots of photos, and just relax and talk without any pressure.
It really does sound perfect. Let me talk to my family and make sure I don't have any commitments that weekend, and then I'll give you a definite answer.
Of course, take your time. There's no rush. We have a few weeks to plan.
Thank you. So, changing the subject a bit, have you taken up any new hobbies or interests lately?
Actually, yes. Do you remember I mentioned organizing my bookshelf earlier?
Yes, of course.
Well, that project reminded me how much I love reading. I used to read all the time when I was younger, but in recent years, I've read less and less.
I know what you mean. It's easy to get out of the habit, especially with so many other things competing for our attention. Television, phones, social media.
Exactly. I realized I was spending hours every evening just scrolling through my phone, looking at things that weren't really important or interesting. It was just a habit.
I do the same thing. I often pick up my phone without even thinking about it, and suddenly half an hour has passed.
So I decided to make a change. Now, before I go to bed, I read for at least 30 minutes instead of looking at my phone.
That's a great habit to develop. How's it going so far?
Really well. I've been doing it for about 3 weeks now, and I've almost finished the whole novel. I'd forgotten how enjoyable it is to get lost in a good story.
What kind of book are you reading?
It's a mystery novel, set in a small village where strange things start happening. It's very engaging. I keep wanting to read just one more chapter to find out what happens next.
Those kinds of books are addictive. Is it part of a series or a standalone book?
It's actually the first book in a series of 4. If I enjoy it, I can continue with the other books.
That's good. You'll have more to look forward to. I enjoy series too because once you know the characters, you want to follow their stories further.
Yes, exactly. And I like knowing that if I really love the book, there are more waiting for me.
Do you prefer reading physical books or digital books?
That's an interesting question. I've tried both, and honestly, I prefer physical books. I like the feel of holding a book, turning the pages, seeing how much progress I've made.
I understand that. There's something special about physical books that electronic devices can't quite replicate.
Right. And also, when I read on a tablet or phone, I find it easier to get distracted. A notification pops up, or I think of something I want to search for online, and suddenly, I'm not reading anymore.
That's a very good point. Physical books don't have those distractions.
Exactly. When I'm reading a paper book, I'm fully focused on the story. There are no interruptions.
You're really selling me on the idea of reading more. Maybe I should try it too.
I think you should. It's such a relaxing and rewarding hobby. And unlike many hobbies, it's very inexpensive. You can borrow books from the library for free or buy secondhand books very cheaply.
That's true. And you can read anywhere, at home, on the train, in a park.
Absolutely. It's very flexible. You can read for 5 minutes or 5 hours, depending on how much time you have.
What kind of books do you think I would enjoy? I'm not sure where to start.
Well, what kinds of movies or television shows do you like? That might give us a clue.
Hmm. I like dramas and comedies. I'm not really interested in science fiction or fantasy. I prefer stories about real people and realistic situations.
Okay, so maybe contemporary fiction or realistic novels would suit you. There are lots of wonderful books about ordinary people facing everyday challenges and joys.
That sounds appealing. Can you recommend something specific?
Let me think. There's a book I read last year about a woman who decides to make some big changes in her life. It was funny, touching, and very relatable. I think you'd enjoy it.
That does sound like my kind of book. What's it called?
It's called Starting Over by Helen Matthews. I can lend you my copy if you'd like to try it.
Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. I promise I'll take good care of it.
I'm not worried. I know you'll look after it. And I'd love to hear what you think of it after you've read it.
I'll let you know. I'm actually feeling quite excited about starting this new habit. Maybe reading will help me sleep better too.
It might. I've noticed that since I started reading before bed, I fall asleep more easily. I think it's because reading calms my mind, whereas looking at a phone screen tends to stimulate the brain.
That makes sense. The blue light from screens is supposed to interfere with sleep, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I've heard. It tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, which makes it harder to feel sleepy.
I definitely need to reduce my screen time in the evenings. I often lie in bed looking at my phone until I'm exhausted, but then I find it hard to actually fall asleep.
I used to do exactly the same thing. Changing that habit has made a real difference to my sleep quality.
Well, you've inspired me. I'm going to try reading before bed this week and see how it goes.
That's great. Start small. Even 15 or 20 minutes is enough. You don't need to read for hours.
Good advice. tend to set very ambitious goals and then give up when I can't achieve them. It's better to start with something manageable.
Absolutely. Small, consistent steps are better than big plans that you can't maintain.
You're very wise, David. How did you become so sensible?
I'm not sure I'm that wise. I've just made a lot of mistakes and learned from them.
Well, I appreciate your advice. You always give such thoughtful and helpful suggestions.
Thank you. That's kind of you to say. I try my best. And you give good advice too, you know?
Do I? I'm not sure about that.
Yes, you do. You're always supportive and encouraging. You help me see things from different perspectives.
Well, that's what friends are for, right? Supporting each other and helping each other grow.
Exactly. I'm grateful to have you as a friend.
And I'm grateful for you too. It's nice to have someone you can talk to about anything, someone who really listens.
I agree. Good friendships are so valuable. They make life richer and more enjoyable.
They really do. I think having strong friendships is just as important as having a good job or a nice home.
Maybe even more important. After all, what's the point of success if you don't have people to share it with?
That's a beautiful way to put it. I'm going to remember that.
Well, I'm glad our conversation today has been meaningful. I've really enjoyed catching up with you.
Me too. We should make sure we don't leave it so long next time before we meet up.
Agreed. How about we try to meet at least once a week from now on, even if it's just for a quick coffee?
That sounds perfect. I'd really like that. Having regular time with friends is important, but it's easy to let it slide when life gets busy.
Yes, we have to be intentional about it. Otherwise, weeks and months pass, and we realize we haven't seen the people we care about.
You're absolutely right. Let's make it a priority.
It's a deal. So, same time next week?
Perfect. And hopefully by then, I'll have decided about the coastal trip, and I'll have started reading that book you're going to lend me.
Wonderful. I'll bring the book when we meet next week.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I think that's probably a good place for us to finish our conversation today.
Yes, we've covered quite a lot. Weekends, work, hobbies, plans for the future, and the importance of friendship.
We certainly have. I hope everyone listening found our conversation easy to follow and useful for their English practice.
Remember, if you didn't understand everything, that's completely normal and okay. Listening is a skill that develops over time with practice.
Exactly. The more you listen to English being spoken naturally, the easier it becomes. Your brain needs time to get used to the rhythm and patterns of the language.
So, keep practicing, be patient with yourself, and celebrate your progress, no matter how small.
Well said. And we want to thank you for spending this time with us today. We know you have many choices for English practice, and we are honored that you chose to listen to our conversation.
We hope you'll join us again soon. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and most importantly, believe in yourself.
Your English is improving every single day, even if you can't always see it. Trust the process.
Take care, everyone, and goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next time.